and this is Big Bang Bot Claus. Now last year I reviewed Crash Team Racing, which was my first ever review, and basically that was a great game and all, but it wasn't a Christmas game. I want to review something more Christmassy, and I've got the perfect game for that. Christmas Nights into Dreams for the SEGA SATURN. Now this is a promotional demo disc for Nights into Dreams on the SEGA SATURN. Now a bit of history on the first game. Basically, Sonic Team and Yuji Naka wanted to make a flying game, and they ended up choosing this Knights character, and it was released back in 1996 for the SEGA SATURN. Critics loved it, and gamers love it. This game is loved by loads of people, basically, and while not that many people asked me to get this game for Christmas back in 1996, it was still nice for the few people who did. People even asked for this game for Christmas back in 2013, so that's something. But anyway, this demo disc was released back in Christmas of 1996 for the SEGA SATURN. Now in Japan you could get it with a Japanese Christmas edition SEGA SATURN, but in the rest of the world you had to get it in a magazine or with a bunch of other games for the SEGA SATURN, which were released around that time. But anyway, that's enough talking. This is basically a demo disc for the original game, just with a lot of extra features and only 2 variations of the same level. But that's not important. It is, but whatever. I'm just going to play the game now. This is a European copy, in case you were interested. And I'm sorry I don't have the case. Oh great, it's too dark in here. Oh, that sucks. Why is everything so dark? I'm gonna turn this stupid light on. Proof of this beep. The story of Christmas Nights into Dreams is pretty simple. Claus and Elliot, the main characters from the main game, are doing Christmas stuff, and they love Christmas and all, but something's missing, and that's the star on top of the tree in their town. And basically, they have to team up with knights to find that star, which is with the evil villain Gilwing from the main game, and they have to kill Gilwing, retrieve the star, and then Christmas will go back to normal for them. The end. The story of the game is nothing special, but it's a demo disc. What do you expect? Were you expecting an extremely in-depth, deep story? Because if you were, you're weird. But anyway, on to the gameplay! Ho ho ho! The gameplay of Nights into Dreams works like this. You play as either Clarice or Elliot, and once these balls fly away, you've got to turn to knights and retrieve them. Now those smaller balls are essential for your journey. You will need them, and you'll have to take them to here. You need a grand total of 20 of these magical balls. Once you retrieve 20, you can go back to the goal, and then you can fly back to the beginning, get your rank, and this was practically the first Sonic Team game to use them, way before Sonic games used them, and you basically just have to try and get a high score, and see if you can get a high rank, which you do by getting very high amounts of points. In order to get a high amount of points, you need to get links or combos, which you do by flying through everything and doing tricks. And you can also pick up these bells, which are secondary, but if you want a high score, you'll need them. And there's also these thingies, which shoot you through, and yeah, and basically you fly around. The end. There's also these rings, which let you do some freestyle stuff, and to get points in these freestyle things, you need to spin around a lot and use tricks with the L and R buttons. So that's all there is to the main gameplay of this game. You need to go through these things 4 times, and every route is different, which is nice. And once you get to the end, knights will fly up, get out of there, and then you will get your rank. And once you've done that, you will then have to fight the boss. Now, the only boss in the Christmas edition is Gilwing, this giant creature. He's pretty easy, but he is kind of annoying, so keep that in mind. And once you kill him, you'll get even more points. That's right, you get even more points. And once you get all of those points, the boss will blow up, and then you will get your absolute final rank. And once you get that final rank, you can do a little slot machine thing. And by slot machine, I don't mean slot machine, I mean card matching game. Basically, you have to match up these pictures, and if you match 2 of them up, you get a bonus. Don't get Riala though. If you get Riala, you get nothing else. The end. You could get multiple things by doing these, such as karaoke, concept art, link attack and time attack. Link attack is just how high can you get your link or combo. Time attack, that's obvious. And there's, could it be? No, it can't be. Sonic the Hedgehog in Nights into Dreams. Oh my god! This is amazing! And as for how many tries you get, well, it depends on your rank. If you die, you only get 1, but that won't happen unless you try. And basically, the higher the rank you get, the more tries you get. Yes! SpongeBob! SpongeBob! Yes! Yes! SpongeBob! 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 Oh my god! SpongeBob! SpongeBob reference! Now, you would expect the Sonic into Dreams bit to go a bit like this.
Seconds later.
Yes! SpongeBob! SpongeBob! Yes! Yes! SpongeBob! 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 Oh my god! SpongeBob! SpongeBob reference! But that doesn't happen at all! Instead, the goal is the same as the main game. Collect 20 balls or orbs, take them to the end, go back to the beginning, do it 3 more times, then you can fight the boss, and then the end. And the Sonic section is really cool, actually. I mean, this is Sonic's very first 3D outing, even before Sonic Jam. And it's quite cool to see Sonic run around in 3D. Just look at him run up those hills. It's actually kind of hilarious. He practically controls the same as Claris and Elliot when they're on foot, except that he jumps really high and he's faster than them. So those are two differences. Although, except when he's going down hills and strangely up hills, Sonic doesn't run super fast, but it's still kind of cool for what it is. And as for the boss is basically Puffy from the original game, disguised as Dr. Eggman, or Dr. Robotnik, or Dr. Eggbotnik Man. Whatever! Anyway, this boss is exactly the same as Puffy from the original game, just Eggmanified, if that even makes sense, which hopefully it does. And the boss was kind of annoying in the original game, and it's still annoying here, but it's not the worst boss in the world, and I wouldn't call it super difficult, it's just annoying. And once you beat Dr. Eggbotnik Man, or Puffy disguised as him, that's the end. So, goodbye. That's all there is to it. I don't need to say anything else, but I am saying something else. And also the music for that theme is basically a slight remix of the final boss theme from the Japanese version of Sonic CD, so that's something. One thing that this game does is that it takes advantage of the Saturn's internal clock to set things just right for how the game will look. If you play this game in any month between March and October, the game will basically be a basic Nights into Dreams demo disc, and it'll be just like the original game with no graphical tweaks whatsoever. And it's called Light Nights Limited Edition for whatever reason, but whatever, that's just a minor thing. If you play the game in November, January or February, the game will look more snowy. Basically everything looks more wintry, and yeah, you get this nice little tune, everything looks a bit more Christmassy and wintry, and overall, yeah, that's what happens if you play the game in November, January or February. Yeah. If you play the game in December, that's when you get all your festive treats, where everyone dresses up in Christmas costumes, where you get to listen to Jingle Bells, or this game's version of Jingle Bells, and just fly around and have a jolly old time. No pun intended. But the thing about Christmas nights is that no matter what day of the year it is, you are allowed to play Christmas Nights into Dreams. Even if it is the 30th of June 2001. Man, nobody's gonna understand why I chose that date. And if you're playing the game on April Fool's Day, you get to play as Riala. That cheeky little... Miala! Rala! Pala! What that beat did I just say? And don't worry, you don't have to play the game on April Fool's Day 2102 like I did for this review, so you might as well wait all year along and all of your life to see what different effects happen in this game. And there are even different effects depending on what the time of day is, so yeah. Go and test this game out on many different days of the century, millennium, and time of day, and yeah.
Or you could just be a dirty, skanky little cheater, couldn't you?
By changing the internal clock on your Saturn.
It's my face! And the camera.
The graphics in this game are amazing, they really are. I mean, this is a Sega Saturn game released in 1996. The Saturn wasn't very well known for having good looking 3D graphics. It was well known for having the complete opposite, not being very good at 3D. Yet this game looks amazing. It's so colourful, and the Christmas stuff makes the game look even more interesting. This game just looks so nice, and with all of the time zone changes that you can use with this SATURN clock, changing the time of the day, the graphics changing depending on the time of day and time of year, and I think even year in general, this really does look like a really nice game for its time, and it's just so nice. Surely the HD version has better looking visuals, but they just don't have the magic that the visuals in the original do. There's something about these graphics, there's something about them that are just so beautiful that the HD version cannot capture. I don't know what it is, but it's just so weird. That's what I'd say. But these graphics look amazing. I never noticed a frame rate drop, and don't even ask me how many frames per second it runs, because I don't beeping know. I do not know the difference between 60 and 30, but overall, the graphics are still amazing for a Sega Saturn game, and yeah. On to the music! And here's one tiny nitpick. One of Sonic's eyes is a circle, and his other eye is a Pac-Man eye. Why not make both of them either circles or Pac-Man eyes? It makes no sense. The music in this game is also amazing. I mean, the soundtrack in the original game was great, but this soundtrack is just great. Surely there's not many songs in this game. There's a grand total of around 20, I think. But it's still nice to hear all of these songs, and of course the time of year depends on what song plays. I mean, if you play in December, you will get Jingle Bells, and if you play in November, January, February, you get the winter theme, and if you play it anywhere else, you get the regular theme for this level, and basically the music in this game is great. I love it, and yeah. The sound effects are nice to listen to, and there's only one voice in the game, which is the narrator at the beginning. And while most people hate that narrator, I like the narrator. I mean, it's certainly better than the narrator they used for the HD version, but that's beside the point. Are there any bad things I have about this game? Well, I really wish that they could have done more with the Eternal Clock. I really do. But maybe it was because of limitations, and what they did was nice enough, and I feel like NiGHTS control isn't perfect, and those circles are so picky. I hate making those circles in that bonus chain. They only work when they want to. It's just so annoying. But this game doesn't really have that much wrong with it. I mean, it doesn't have too much flaws from the original. I mean, it may be short, but it's a demo, so that's not really a problem. And there's just this game has so much that it does right. There's a ton of stuff this game does right. But other than all those things, those very few things, this game is just great. I mean, the graphics are great, the music's great, the controls, while a bit fiddly, they're still great. And overall, this is a great game, guys. It's a lovely demo, and one of the best ones I've played. I really like what they did with the Eternal Clock. I really do like that. Other than Animal Crossing, I can't think of any other games which really take advantage of a console's Eternal Clock. And it's so nice to see this. There's a ton of bonus content, which is absolutely amazing for a demo disc. And overall, this game is just great, just like the original. It's just so good. There's barely anything wrong with it, and it's just great. Just play this game, please. As for the controls, you move NiGHTS around with either the D-pad or the analog stick if you have the 3D controller, which was made for NiGHTS, and you can go into spinning motions by holding A, B, or C, and NiGHTS can do other spinning motions and tricks by using the L and R buttons plus directions. So that's what I have to say about the controls. While they're a bit fiddly, they still work well enough, and they're good enough for me. And this game is just great. It's just so good. Overall, Christmas Nights into Dreams, and I know that the game's not in there, so shut up, is a great game. I mean, the original Nights into Dreams was a fantastic game with great graphics and great music, and it's definitely a game worth playing. and this is like the best demo I've ever played. I haven't played that many, but it's just so amazing what they did. I mean, using the eternal clock to make some magical effects, making it all Christmassy if you're playing it in December, and even being able to switch over if you're playing it on another month, and the magic you can use with the eternal clock, and the fact that it still has the magic that was in the original game. This game is just great. I mean, I know it's a demo disc, but it's still great. What should I give this demo disc? I mean, the original NiGHTS is a solid A. It's great. It's extremely short, but it's still an incredibly fun game. Definitely a game I recommend. The demo also gets an A. I mean, it's just got so much content, which is amazing for a demo, and I just love what they did with the Eternal Clock. Surely they could have done a lot more of it, but what they did was still really cool and unique. And basically, yeah, if you want to play this version of NiGHTS into Dreams, you have three options. You can either A, hunt down the original game, which, depending on if you have a SEGA SATURN or not, I don't know if you do or not. B, you could buy the Japanese PS2 version of NiGHTS into Dreams, which includes Christmas NiGHTS into Dreams, but that version is only released in Japan, and if you've got no way to play imported PS2 games, then you're not in very good luck. Or you can play it in the HD version, which is the same as the PS2 version, but both the PS2 and the HD versions remove a lot of the bonus features, such as Sonic. Which is disappointing and all, but still. Christmas NiGHTS into Dreams is amazing. NiGHTS into Dreams is amazing. Please play NiGHTS into Dreams. Please. I may review the original game sometime in 2015 or any time in the future, because this really is an amazing game. But wait, I'm not reviewing it. bigbangbot's gonna review it. Silly me. But still, Christmas NiGHTS into Dreams is an amazing game to play at Christmas when you're feeling festive, like I am. And how many people want this game for Christmas? I looked through my giant list, and I can't even remember a single person who wants it. Not one. bigbangbot asked for it last year, and that was so nice, but I unfortunately couldn't get it for him, which was sad. But Christmas NiGHTS Dreams is still great. Please play it. And the original. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. I mean, this year has been great for bigbangbot. He started off with 99 subscribers, and he started back in October 2011. And now it's the end of 2014, and he almost has 700 subscribers. Maybe he will have 700 subscribers by the time this is up on his YouTube channel. Wow! That is great! Thank you! bigbangbot wants to give you all a big thank you, and I'm telling you this thank you. bigbangbot would be here, but he's too busy playing Ratchet & Clank 2. He recently got addicted to that game. But anyway, thanks for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and play NiGHTS into Dreams. Anyway, this is bigbangbot Claus signing out. Ho ho ho. I mean, seriously, bigbangbot has reviewed over half the amount of games that he has in the past 3 years. I mean, seriously, in 2012, 2013, 2011, he reviewed 26 games. Well, technically more, but whatever. But this year, he made 26 reviews plus my review on this game, which makes 27. Wow, bigbangbot was devoted to reviewing this year, unlike last year where he didn't review anything for over half the year, and then he decided to review a game. And yeah, anyway, this bigbangbot Claus signing off. Ho ho ho. And I forgot to mention that this hat can sing. I'm not going to give you a demonstration, but oh well, I just wanted to tell you that since I probably didn't last year. Goodbye.